corner. I don't like people filming, but there's a lot of good retro things in here. I'm just looking. We even have a Sega Saturn in here, Sega Master System, Nintendo Wii U. Want a Sega Saturn to play Panzer Dragoon Saga and Grandia 3. Vintage computers. I brought my Amiga 500 to Thailand to leave in my house. PlayStation Mini. Vintage NES, vintage Genesis. It's similar to like an Atari 2600. Under Mega. It's Outrun. Neo Geo stuff there. Before they even had Atari Jaguar somewhere. They even have controllers for Sega Saturn, Mega Drive, Classic NES. I asked for the Donkey Kong Donkey Kong 2 Game & Watch. He said he doesn't have it, so a little bit comfortable to film now. He saw I'm serious about buying something. He said he'll have it maybe next week because it's out of stock. He said the only Game & Watch he has is this one, not Donkey Kong 2. Some of my other videos, I bought Donkey Kong 1 Game & Watch at Mega Plaza. These look cool. Mouse, Thinking of getting Final Fantasy 9, 1,650 baht. It's pretty much the same price I'll get it as from Australia. Got these two other Final Fantasy games here. Live a Life is a game, a JRPG I've heard great things about. Don't want to touch the boxes too much, my hands are a bit sticky. Oh, they even have the Pixel Remaster. This is usually expensive. Pixel Remaster is 3,200 baht. It's something I really desperately want. It's got a lot of value. Might come back for it later. Yeah. Virtual Boy is very rare. Rumble's like a... I know there's a Japanese wrestling game called Rumble, but this is a different one. Called this Final Fantasy 9. Like these Mario Kart, these little mini arcade things are cool. PC Engine, it's a Japanese version of the Turbo Graphics. Virtual Fighter, I think it's the original Virtual Fighter because it looks blocky. It's just Dreamcast. Not nervous to film now because I actually bought something. The store has a sign saying no video. Another box PC Engine, original Xbox, Nintendo 64. It's boxed. Box SNES, box Mega Drives, Atari Lynx. I'm really a huge JRPG fan. When my house is built, I'll show all my JRPG, all my game collection. I've got a lot of JRPGs. For PlayStation, or some for PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, Switch, PlayStation Vita, 3DS. They also like other Japanese games like Zelda, Yakuza. I like lots of visual novels. You never find a good store like this in Australia. I just rely on eBay. When Yeah, I also collect vintage toys like Dino Riders, He-Man. I show them after my house is built because I got many of them in Australia, and I brought some to Thailand to unpack, and I'll show, bring more to my house after it's built. I'll show them. I have I've brought some of my games that I'm not worried if they get lost or stolen, because I've got to go back to Australia, help my father sell up the house, then come back to Thailand, and I'll bring, when I'm living in Thailand, then I'll bring my most expensive and valuable like vintage toys and Japanese video games, so I'll be able to safeguard them when I'm living in Thailand. I remember I filmed this stuff before. I was nervous before. Super Famicom is Japanese name for SNES. Famicom means family computer. And yeah, I know Nintendo comes from Japan, and Famicom was the original name. Sega Saturn games. Panzer Dragoon Saga is the holy grail of Saturn games. It's a JRPG, of course, but on eBay a copy sells for like thousands of dollars. Japanese Saturn games. Japanese N64. Western N64. It's interesting. Final Fantasy games for PlayStation. I've always wondered, I'll probably get a Game Gear Mini if they included more games. Because the Game Gear has some games I want to play, but I like the yellow colour for the Game Gear. The Game Gear Mini only got released in Japan, and with only 4 games, and each colour version has 4 games only. Vintage Game Boy and other Game Boy models. I'll show these models. My father's waiting outside, Okami. That's maybe Master Chief from Halo, not much into Halo. It's from some fighting game I've played, I forgot its name. There's Sephiroth, Cloud, of course, Barrett, all the Final Fantasy VII, Street Fighter. Yeah, I think this is all I'll show for now. I'll knock something over. And finally, here's the copy of Final Fantasy IX that I bought from O'Corner for 1,650 bahts, which is actually cheaper than what it would cost to buy on eBay and from Australian sellers or have it imported.